going to learn is that how to take the screenshot. Okay, so this is only, concept that we have left with. Okay, so today we are going to learn that how to take the screenshot. Okay, so again, to take the screenshot, we have to follow few steps. Okay, so first step, what we have to do, we have to, um, we have to first of all create one variable of type take a screenshot. Okay, again here as well, if you remember in JavaScript executor is your interface. So here take screenshot is also your interface. So generally for the interface, we are not able, we are not creating the object. So here in this case as well, we are not creating the object of take a screenshot. So we are creating the variable of take a screenshot, and we are casting your driver into the take screenshot. Right. So once this particular step is done, what you have to create, what you have to do, you have to create one file instance. Okay. And with the help of this particular variable screenshot, what you have to do, you have to call this particular method get screenshot as. Okay. And for this particular method, you have to provide the file type. Right. Now, once this particular step is done, what you have to do next step, you have to create one new file. Okay. And whatever screenshot you have to take, you have take that screenshot, you have to add in that particular file. So I'm creating one file and I'm adding that particular screenshot into the file. Now this file is ready, but I want to store this particular file somewhere, right? So in that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one method file utils dot copy file. Okay. And I'm going to provide the source and destination. So first step, I am first of all creating the instance. So not instance, variable of text screenshot. Now with the help of this text screenshot, I am calling one method get screenshot as. Okay. It will return me a file. Okay. So that's the reason I'm storing in one file. Now this particular file I'm going to store somewhere else, right? So for example, destination, where exactly I have to so for example, I'm creating one file so that I can store my source into my destination file, right? So this particular file, okay, so this is the file that uh, that means actually screenshot is taken. Okay, this is the file that I have created so that I can store the whatever the screenshot I have taken, that I can store on this particular location. So purpose of creating this particular file is just, to store the screenshot on this particular destination. Okay, so I'm getting one screenshot, but I should store that particular screenshot in somewhere, right? So for that purpose, this location, I'm creating one screenshot, right? And I'm just saying like, my screenshot stored on this particular location. Okay. So how we are going to store that particular screenshot on this particular location? So for that, there is one command file util dot copy. Okay. I'm going to provide the source and I'm going to provide the destination as well. Source and destination, both I'm going to provide so that it will copy your source into the destination. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so first of all, what I'll do, I'll just go to the Eclipse. And here I'm going to say, okay, so because this is not required now, so I'll just comment it out. Okay, so to take the screenshot, step number one is creating the variable of take screenshot. Right, so I'm saying like, take a screenshot and variable name going to give like, let's say, screen. Okay. Now I have to cast here driver. Okay. In which type? Because see, I'm having variable of a text screenshot, right? So I have to cast my driver into the text screenshot. Okay. So if I write like, equal to driver, okay, or UI operator dot driver, it will give me error. Okay. Why it will give? Because this is having different type and this is also different type. So two different types of entity we cannot store, right? So in that case, I'm saying like, consider this particular driver is of type, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Okay, now this will allow me, right? So why we have done this? Because we need to call one method that is a get a screenshot as, right? So what I'll do, I'll say this is my step 2. Okay, in step 2, I have to call the method, right? So with the help of screen, okay, I'm going to call one method. Okay, the screen dot get screenshot as. So this is the method name, get a screenshot as. So I'm going to say get a screenshot as output type dot file. Okay, now this particular method is returning what? So if I hover here, so if you see, it's returning the type of file. This is returning type of file. So that's the reason I'm creating one variable because I want to store it somewhere, right? And if I hover on this particular method, it's saying this is returning the file, right? So I'm saying file, okay, src equal to this one. File src is equal to this one, right? Now screenshot is taken in src, right? So for example, you can consider it. So I'm having snipping tool. Okay, don't treat, it will do exactly same, but let's consider if I take the screenshot like this, right? So it's taking the screenshot, right? So I'm having one screenshot, but it should save somewhere, right? That particular screenshot. So in that case, what I can do, I can say open the Word or somewhere, maybe I have stored the Word. Word file is created somewhere. And in that particular Word file, I'm saying stored it here. Okay. Or maybe some location I will go, some folder I will go, and I will say like, stored it on that particular location. Right. So similarly, for that purpose, I have to create one file. Right. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to say file. Okay. So destination, okay, is equal to new file. Okay. Now this particular file, you have to provide the file path. Right. So for example, here on desktop, I'm going to create one folder. Okay. And I'm going to give the name of that folder, let's say screen, screen. Right. And in this particular folder, I'm going to create one file. Okay, so let's say PNG file or any other format file. Okay, so I'm going to add that particular path here and I'm going to say let's say uh, screen shot. Okay, or maybe output dot png. Okay, output dot png. Right, and then finally I'm going to say last method that file util dot copy file. Okay, file util dot copy file. Right, then I'll say file util. So file util is not giving me file util. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this file util Okay, I'll tell you why this option is not giving. Okay, if I copy this, so it's saying like, file util, I don't know the file util, right? So if you see, I'm not getting the option as well to getting the file util, right? So file util is not there. Okay, so in this case, what we need to do, basically this file util is available in another library. That particular library we don't have, right? So I'll say file util in Java. File util is okay. So it's saying like, Apache Common IO. Apache Common IO is the one library available. So what I'll say download common Apache Common IO Java. I'll go here and I'll directly say I want to download this Apache Common IO. Okay. I got this Apache Common IO here in downloads. So I'll go to the downloads. Right. So I'll say unzip it. Okay. And I'll just say, now I'm having one jar file. I just want this particular jar needs to be added in my project, right? So how to add any jar in project? Similar way that we have added the Selenium, right? So how we added the Selenium in our project?
Right click and go to
Right,
property.
correct. Because see, I want to, use this particular utility that file util.copy. Okay. For that reason, I need this particular library because I'm not able to copy it, right? So I need this particular utility or library. So that's the reason I'm just trying to add. So file util, sorry, right click, copy, sorry, build path, and then configure build path. Right. So here what we can do, we can go to the
Class path.
class path and you can say add external,
Yeah.
right, add external jars. Right. So I'll just say add external jars. Okay. Which jar I want to add? That is available in downloads, right here. Right. So I'll say apply and close. So it will take some time. Okay, now if I just hover, so it is saying like, do you want this particular file util from Apache PR? Sorry, Apache Common IO. So I'll say yes, I want it from the Apache Common IO. Okay, and that's it. What you need to do, the source is available here. So I'm saying from source and it should be from destination. Right, and that's it. Right. So basically when we open the page, we will be on this particular page. Okay, so this particular page, right? Practice form, right? So ideally it should take the screenshot of practice form, right? So let me run it.
Ajay sir.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll show you. Then you can, ask the question at last.
Yes.
Okay, just I mean maybe note down your question. I'll take it.
Yes.
Okay. Now our execution is not done yet because we have 3 seconds of wait here. Okay, so we will remove that, but as of now, we'll keep it as it is. Okay, previously we have added, we forgot to remove it. Okay, so let's wait for the 30 seconds. Okay, or maybe it's already done taking the screenshot. So where we have added the screenshot. Okay, so there is one path screen, and in that output.png is created. If you see output.png is already created. Right. So if I open this output.png, it's having the screenshot of that particular practice form. If you see, it's having the screenshot of that particular practice form. Right. So this is the few lines of code that you have to use for the taking the screenshot. Okay. So first step, what we have done? First step, we have created variable of take screenshot. Right. And we just casted. Okay. Here, this particular line is talking about the casting of driver. Okay. So what particular page screenshot you want to take? Okay. So I'm saying like, there is one driver. Okay. Which is having some instant, which is having some, sessions. Okay. Which have created some session. You have to take this screenshot of that particular session, right? So that's the reason we are just casting this particular driver. Okay, so now I got the one variable that is the screen. Okay, with the help of screen, what we are doing, we can give any name here instead of screen, right? So I'm saying like, this is the screen, and with the help of this screen, what you need to do, you need to call one method that is the get um, screenshot. Okay, this is the method, and for this particular method, you have to pass the output type as a file. Okay, so generally there are different options available, but for the screenshot, we are just passing this output type as a file itself. Okay, so in your case as well, you have to take the same argument output type as a file. Right. So once this is done, now I'm saying like I want to store that particular screenshot somewhere else. Right. So what I'm doing here, I'm just creating one file. I'm just creating this particular file. Okay, so this is the file I have created. Right. Now in this particular file, I want to copy the whatever the screenshot I have taken. So which screenshot I have taken? So I have taken the screenshot in SRC, right? So I'm just saying like, whatever we have in SRC, just copy it into the destination. So destination, we have created one file. So if you see previously, I just created the folder till here. Okay. But when this particular, object is created, that file object is created. So I'm passing this particular path. I'm saying here this particular output.png, right? So it will create this output.png. Sorry, it will create the output.png. In that output.png, it will copy this particular screen. Sorry, uh, in this particular output file, it is just copying that as from source. It will copy the screenshot into the destination. So that's it. Okay. But for this particular line, we need one lib. Okay. What is the name of that particular lib? Apache common IO. Apache common IO. Okay. If you don't have this Apache common IO, so you cannot execute this particular line. Okay. Now, yes, Vipin.
Sir, I was asking that if we haven't downloaded that particular file, apache.common.io,
Hmm.
and we directly write the import name of that file, so does it import that file
No, no,
directly?
no, 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 no. Because this is not having. See, that is the class somewhere available in Apache Common IO, right? Previously what happens like it is available in Java itself, but I don't know, I mean, what is the reason that common IO or that particular copy file file util.copy is not available in Java. latest version. Previously, I was aware that particular is available, but currently we don't have it available it in Java. So we
Okay.
have to take it from the common IO itself.
So if we are writing above that, sometime some files are not downloaded in jar format, and if we write in Maven project like import something, so they will directly import from the
Correct.
that
Maven will
that.
take care of, automatic download. We will cover that particular part in from
Okay.
tomorrow session onward. Okay, because tomorrow we are going to cover the Maven.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so don't worry about that particular part.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is how we can take the screenshot. Okay, but in
Sir,
your framework, we are not going to write. This is the very plain approach, right? So we are taking the screenshot and some another location we are storing it. But when automation will run, in that case, we are not just taking one screenshot. We are not taking just two screenshots. Right.
yeah,
So here I'm just saying like, this is the file. You can store it in this particular location. Now, how we can, because see, when automations run, there might be chances 5,000 test cases will run or 500 test cases will run, right? So if I consider like, one test case is having, let's say 10 screenshot, right? Or maybe one test case is having one screenshot as well. For the 500 test cases, there will be the 500 screenshot. All right. So in that case, how we can maintain the screenshot? All right. So for that purpose as well, so going forward, when we learn, this particular tool, extend report, right? So there is one feature available. We can attach the screenshot to in our report itself. Okay, so that particular thing we'll see. Okay, but for that as well, we have to first of all store the screenshot somewhere on your computer, and then we can attach that particular screenshot to the your report, so that in report we'll have step by step, execution of your test. So let's say you are saying like, I will log in the application, then I will go to the add user screen, then I have entered the details, and let's say test cases fail there, right? So ideally, when you are writing the details, at that time your test cases fail, so it should take the screenshot of that particular page and it will attach to your report, and in report as well you will have the step, I log in the application, then I enter the user details, and then uh, it should show the screenshot. Okay, so that particular part we will cover. Okay, but as of now, what you can do, you can create one folder. Okay, and in that particular folder, okay, what you can do, you can, update this particular variable with current date and time format. Okay, so this particular I'm using output, but what you can do, you can search, you can Google it, and you can check, how to take current date and time. Okay, in Java. Okay, you will get one method. So convert that particular, whatever the current date and time you are getting, convert that into the string. And instead of output, you can say, so let's say you stored it into the some variable. So let's say uh, something like date, right? So you're going to say string date, and here you are going to take a current date, right? So date, right? Now what you can do, this particular date, you can pass it here. Okay, you're going to say here like this. Still it's having error because this should be here. What is the error? Okay, it's not initialized. That's the reason it's giving error. But anyways, you are going to get the date here. Okay, current date or something like that. So for that, you have to find out first of all how to get the date. Once you get the current date and time in any format, let's say It should be in number format as well, fine. Like let's say for one, it's saying for the today's date. Okay. So for example, what is the today's date? So it's a like 25/09 2024, right? And let's say time should be time will be, let's say 22 26, so sorry, 36, right? So that will be the name of your file, right? So why we are taking the date and time? So that every time your file name should be unique. Okay, now if it is unique, then it will not give the error for you, because next time if I run this particular script, there might be chances my script will fail, right? So let's do it. Or if it is not fail, in that case as well, what we'll do, it will overwrite that particular file again. Okay, which particular file? The output.png, it will overwrite. So let me do it again. Okay, so it will overwrite the output.png again. What I'll do, I'll just comment this out. I'll stop this. I'll just stop it. Okay. And I'll just rerun this particular test again. Okay. So if you see output.png here itself available, right? And it's taking the screenshot of that particular page, right? But so let's say this is screenshot of my first test, right? And now I'm executing the second test. It might be, let's say, executing on this particular page. Let's say on this particular checkboxes pages, right? So this particular page, it is executing. Okay, so let's say consider the next test execution is started. Okay, and it just load this particular page, next page. Okay, because next test case is talking about that particular page. Okay, so here execution is done. If you see execution is done. Okay, now if I go here on this particular location, and if I see in screen, okay, the screenshot is available, but it's screenshot of checkboxes. So what is happening here? So let's say I'm having, let's say I'm having 100 test cases. So it just overriding the every time I mean, with the new test cases. So this is the my second test case, and that particular screenshot I'm having here, but my first test case screenshot is not available. Okay, so solution to that, what we can do, we can, instead of having name hard coded here, we'll take the current date and time, and that particular name we can pass it here. Okay, so I'm requesting you guys that first of all, you guys can try it by your own. If you are not able to do it, just let me know. We'll try to resolve this by group. Right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think that's it for today's session. Okay. So if
Ajay, sir.
you, yeah.
Sir, I want to know that what is the speed of take screenshot? I mean, if there is some scenarios like on home page, some banners are changing in milliseconds, or some multiple screenshot if we want to take at some milliseconds. So how we manage these things?
What is happening in milliseconds?
if we want to take some 10 screenshot in 1 second or in one 10 millisecond, 10 screenshot at
Mm.
each every millisecond, can we manage these things through
Yes,
Selenium?
yes. I mean, it will take, I mean, it will won't take, I mean, much time, right?
Okay,
Okay.
number of
As
screenshots
soon
at
as this particular method is executed, it will take the screenshot. It will not like, it will take 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. Okay. It will also work in microseconds or nanoseconds. It's not taking much time.
so how
Okay.
we
But
manage.
as soon as this particular method is executed, okay, this particular method is executed, it will take the screenshot. Okay. And it will not take much time. Okay.
That is fine, sir. But if we want to take more than one screenshot at a
It will
time,
take, it will take, it will take. Right. So for that reason, here I'm just giving you, these many codes. I mean, this many code lines of code is required to write, right? But in your case, what you can do it, you can create one separate method and give the name like, screenshot or get the screenshot. Okay. Or get the screenshot of page, right? And whenever you require, take the screenshot, you are going to call that particular method itself, right? So whenever you call that particular method, it will take the screenshot, but you have to call that method number of times. So what you can do in util, okay, we have util folder, right? File here, you can add the method of taking the screenshot. Okay.
but synchronization, how we manage, sir?
So
Taking screen.
what I'll suggest you, just try this same scenario. You will realize that it is not taking much time. Okay. So actually, how much time is required? How many nanoseconds it's doing? I'm also not aware. Okay.
So if some home page is like Flipkart, there is some, I mean, on banner changing at a some span of time, right? So do we take each and every banner in a
Okay.
particular
So
span?
first thing, like, so let's take the example of banner. Okay. So most of the cases, your automation test case is not going to check these banners and all. Right. So we are mostly concerned about the features and functionality. You can check in a banner is exist there or not. Okay. But you're not going to check, in banner, this is the image that displayed or not. That is the because these are very dynamic. Okay. And this is not possible to, check this kind of banners and all through the automation. Right. So automation can tell you that banner is available or not. But automation or in automation, you're not going to check exactly, let's say Zomato banner is available there or because see, tomorrow you can see the Zomato banner and let's say after, let's say 2 minutes or 2 seconds, there might be, let's say Swiggy's banner is available there, right? Because these are the very dynamic content. Okay. In most of the cases, with the help of automation, it's not, I mean, required to, check these kind of things. What you can check there, you can check that that banner placeholder is available there or not. Okay. What banner
Actually,
it should display, it's not your duty, right?
no, sir. Suppose there is some festival season and some offers is going in Diwali, Holi. Some banners are there, 30% discount at particular coupon code. And
Right.
in next banner, something slider will comes and in that some other offers is going on. So
Right.
for that, how
So,
do
so
we
I'll
take?
tell you. Okay, so these banners is I'm again saying these banners are very dynamic in nature, right? And this is nothing related to your feature or this is nothing related to your function. Okay, I'll tell you how they do. I mean, updating this banner. Okay, so there are some settings. There are some, uh, marketing there are different teams is available. Okay, so what they will do, they will get the this kind of data dynamically and these banners will update the dynamically. So for example, let's say your test case is saying like, Zomato banner should be displayed. Okay, but it should be like, for 2 seconds. I mean, what they get paid for showing that particular banner. Let's say they get paid like, for example, let's say 5 seconds they get paid, right, for showing this particular ad or banner. Right. But once the time is over, then that particular banner is not displayed. Even in case of discount as well, it's not like that every time you will get the 30% discount, right? Or maybe, I mean, few of the product you will have 30% discount, few of the product you will have more discount, right? So
Yes.
I'm not sure why you want, I mean, taking the screenshot of those banner, right?
Actually, for automation, we want to test that that particular banner is correct showing on home page or
Okay, so
not.
first
For
of all,
validation.
if you remember that limitations of Selenium, image testing in banner, most of the cases you are going to see the images, barabar, right
Yes.
or wrong? Okay,
Some.
and if you see the limitations of Selenium, we cannot do the bitmap testing. Bitmap testing means image to image mapping is not possible. Okay, so for example, let's say in you're getting this kind of banner, 30%. Ultimately, this is image itself only, right? So you cannot map the image or you cannot compare the image through the Selenium. Okay, if you want to do this kind of testing, there is separate tool is available. That is, let's say, I mean, there are many tools available which can compare, I mean, which can do the bitmap comparison. That means image mapping as well, that can be done. Okay. When you're talking about the functional testing, your goal should be, test the functionality, right? And this is not your functionality. This is just, I cannot say the look and feel as well because this kind of contents, they are dynamic, they are getting somewhere else. Okay. And this will change very dynamically. Right. If your ad, like say, let's say 30% discount should be displayed. Right. But after a
Yes.
few seconds or maybe after 1 hour, that particular offer is got, invalid, or maybe they ended that particular offer, right? So it will show the different banner, right? If you are mapping in test data, that 30% discount should be displayed, and now you're getting the 40% discount, or maybe you're getting the 10% discount, right? So I will tell you what can automate or what cannot be automated. It's not like that, if you're automation tester, you have to automate everything. Okay. So there are some limitations of automations. Okay. And through that, I mean, you have to take, you have to take that particular thing in consideration as well, right? So for example, barcode automation is not possible. For example, let's say you are, or if you're having, uh, more content on Windows thing, that particular thing is also not possible, right? Then you're having, let's say, that captcha, that particular thing is also not possible to automate, right? So there are few limitations of Selenium as well, or any automation tool. Okay, so in Selenium we cannot do the bitmap comparison. That means image to image comparison as well. We cannot do. Right. Now coming to the taking the screenshot. If you want, I want to take the screenshot of each and every page. Okay, fine. You're taking the screenshot of each and every page. But what is, I mean, let's say there are multiple banners available. Okay, so let's say 30% discount, 40% discount. These are the different banners are there, right? You're taking the screenshot of each and every banner. Okay. In that case as well, what you're achieving there? Taking, if you're taking the screenshot, what exactly you're achieving?
Actually, these banners contain
Because
some coupon code also embedded with coupon code. So
correct,
if we want to test that this banner contains the correct coupon code, we can apply for the payment. If the
correct.
yes,
So
so
in
that
that
thing
case, in
can
that
be done.
case, in that case, that particular screenshot is not going to help you, right? In that case, screenshot is not going to help you. You have to identify that particular element where the coupon code is displayed, and you have to check that coupon code is matching with your text or not, right? So you have to do it through the automation script. If you are taking the screenshot, anyways, your script is going to always pass, because if screenshot you are taking the wrong page, in that case it's not matching the screenshot and screenshot, right? So your test case is going to pass always. Okay, but it's just only you're not so let's say, for example, let's say you're saying like, 20% discount should be there. Okay, you're expecting, but it's taking the screenshot of 40% discount, right? So how it will match, right? So to match this, what you need to do, you have to write the script in your automation. It's not like, taking the screenshot will resolve you. Taking the screenshot will help you, for example, let's say tomorrow you are having 500 test cases, and in that, let's say two test cases are failed, right? So you will go to the report and you will say like, I was expecting I should be on, let's say, in Amazon, there is payment and review page, right? So where you will add the product in cart and you will go to the payment page, right? So you are expecting you should be on that particular page, but somehow your script is failing, let's say on add to cart itself, right? So by looking at the screenshot, you can check, is my automation script is really reaching on that particular page. Okay, now you are getting the screenshot of, add to cart itself. That means your script is not reaching that payment and review page, right? So in that case, screenshot will help you. Okay, it's not you have to take the screenshot of each and every banner, each and every advertise you are getting.
Okay, sir. I mean, screenshot helps for the automation part, not for the reporting, extent report
Correct,
creating.
correct. So, what basically why the screenshot should be there? So maybe it will help you, to analyze what is the root cause of failure. Okay, is my my automation script is reaching on that particular page? If it is not reaching, definitely script is failing in between. If script is reaching on that particular page and then it is still it is failing, then means that on that particular page something is going wrong, right? So that kind of it will help you. I'll tell you. Okay, more.
Yes, sir.
I have to close it now because my son is not feeling well. Okay,
Okay.
maybe
Take care.
we'll discuss this thing tomorrow. Okay.
No, no problem, sir. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Ajay.
you.
Bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye. Bye.
ओके थँक्यू अजय थँक्यू अजय गुड नाईट.